I have an extreme pleasure of introducing to you Judge Davaadorj, who comes from Mongolia and who will be presenting on the impact of the artificial intelligence on court administration of Mongolia. Judge Davaadorj currently serves as a judge member of the Mongolian Council for Judiciary. He was a chief judge of the Capital Civil Court of Appeal in Ulaanbaatar and has more than 25 years of professional experience in Mongolian judiciary. Judge Davaadorj has led many innovation projects, and including those related to digital transition and digitization. He will present us the Mongolian experience on introducing and using AI in the judicial and court administration and its impact. So I give you Judge Davaadorj, please take the stage. Enjoy. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed justices and judges, court administrators, and professional colleagues, good morning to each of you. I'm truly honored to be here and to share our experiences in Mongolia. My presentation today consists of four main parts. First of all, I would like to briefly introduce the digitalization efforts of the Judiciary of Mongolia. Then I'll talk about our country's initial experiences of integrating artificial intelligence into judicial operations. Following that, I will discuss the legal and regulatory framework. And finally, I will conclude with some key takeaways and reflections. Since the 1990s, Mongolia has been gradually developing the digitalization of its judicial system. Today, more than 20 systems are in use, although most of them are registration-based systems, which we are now working to modernize. There are three major driving forces behind the recent wave of judicial digital transformation in Mongolia. First, the rapid advancement of technology has prompted the government of Mongolia to aggressively pursue a national digital policy. Under initiatives such as Digital Nation and Digital First, the government has focused on delivering public services electronically, aiming for speed, accessibility, and transparency. The second major factor was the COVID-19 pandemic, which, similar to many other countries, had a profound impact on accelerating digital development in Mongolia. Prior to the pandemic, we had limited experience conducting trainings or court-related activities online. However, during the pandemic, we were compelled to start conducting court hearings online as a matter of necessity. The third driving force was the establishment of a legal and regulatory framework to support digitalization. In 2021, the revised law on courts included multiple provisions that laid the foundation for the introduction of digital technologies in judicial operations. This served as a significant legal lever to propel digital transformation efforts. Following these, in 2022, the Judicial General Council adopted a policy document on the implementation of information technology in the judiciary, effectively providing us with a clear roadmap to guide our future steps. As we advance our digital transformation to a new level, we are, of course, building on the experiences of other countries. Many of them have invested significant time and financial resources, and in some cases, taken substantial risks to achieve digital reform. Our goal is to learn from the mistakes, avoid unnecessary pitfalls, and implement reforms more quickly and with reduced risk. As we move deeper into the era of digital transformation, questions naturally arise about the use of AI. It presents both new opportunities and new challenges, particularly in case processing and in court administration. As part of our digital transformation efforts, we have been actively exploring the potential applications of artificial intelligence in judicial operations, and we are currently developing a number of modules within our eCourt 2.0 core system. We have been developing and implementing this system since 2024. For example, the document type classification module enables the automatic identification of various types of documents, such as ID cards, witness statements, and bank statements. The speech-to-text conversion module is especially valuable for judicial administrative tasks. For example, it helps transcribe and clean up spoken discussions from meetings of the Judicial General Council or court administration teams, removing filler words and formatting the text in accordance with official documentation standards. The Cyrillic to traditional Mongolian script converter and its sister module, the traditional Mongolian script to Cyrillic converter, is surprisingly important. On the right side of my slide, you will see a traditional Mongolian script, culturally significant writing system. It was Mongolia's main script until 1946, when Cyrillic replaced it. The government, to promote its revival, has now decreed that all official communications have to be in both Cyrillic and traditional scripts. This makes developing AI-powered conversion tools between the two a clear priority. One key highlight was my personal involvement in the development of an AI module for converting handwritten documents into editable Word text. I directly participated in the data collection and cleaning process. The machine learning model training has now been completed. For this, we gathered foundational data from courts in the capital and provincial areas. We encountered several challenges while collecting the 50,000-page data set of handwritten and Word documents. For example, some handwriting was illegible, some documents were poorly scanned, and there were mismatches between handwritten versions and their typed counterparts. Upon request from the implementing company, we provided additional data to address these issues. Naturally, using AI in court administration can significantly improve daily operations, reduce costs, enhance service delivery, and enable faster and more accessible communication with the public. I would now like to talk about the legal and regulatory environment. This presentation, I have shared how Mongolia is undertaking digital transformation and how we are introducing artificial intelligence into judicial operations. However, one of the biggest challenges we currently face is the lack of a clear legal and regulatory framework specifically addressing AI. At present, there are no specific laws, rules, or technical standards governing the use of AI in Mongolia. Despite these, the judiciary is actively developing and piloting AI applications in its operations. Other legal institutions, such as the prosecutor's office, police, enforcement agencies, and private law firms are also exploring and adopting AI tools. Similar patterns can be observed in other countries around the world that are moving forward with AI adoption, even in the absence of comprehensive regulations. What this really shows is that the rapid pace of technological advancement does not wait for us. Although we currently lack specific legal or regulatory frameworks for artificial intelligence, the judiciary in Mongolia has started implementing AI tools out of necessity to meet growing demands. While this may seem like a timely and pragmatic solution, it also introduces significant risks, particularly potential violations of human rights. Why are laws and regulations not keeping pace with technological innovation? There are several contributing factors. Many lawmakers and policymakers lack sufficient knowledge and understanding of technology, which hinders their ability to make informed decisions. In addition, there are challenges related to human resources, the limited involvement of legal and technology researchers, and the inherent difficulty of predicting the impact of emerging technologies. As a result, legal frameworks and regulatory standards are falling behind the pace of technological development. To address this, Mongolia has drafted a national strategy on artificial intelligence, which has undergone several rounds of public consultation. In parallel, the Judicial General Council of Mongolia is also preparing to develop internal rules and standards for the application of AI in court administration. This effort is essential to ensure that the use of AI within the judiciary aligns with principles of legality, fairness, and accountability. In conclusion, the peculiarity of our country is that a real need has arisen to introduce and use artificial intelligence in the judiciary before we have fully adopted, implemented, or mastered the new digital systems developed within the framework of judicial digitalization. We must recognize that AI provides us with both opportunities and risks. Therefore, when using AI, it's important for us to do everything we can to create the necessary conditions, increase the court's budget and funding, ensure cybersecurity, build human resource capacity, and provide continuous training for court administrative staff. It's equally important to ensure that these necessary reforms are supported by high-level decision makers, both in government and within the judiciary. Another major factor is that we must pay special attention to creating a change mindset. We need to focus on developing and enforcing legal frameworks, rules, procedures, and standards. In doing so, it's important to ensure ethical use and avoid violations of human rights. Moreover, we must focus our attention on training a new generation of young legal professionals who possess digital and other skills suited to the technological era. Not only must we invest in technical infrastructure, but we must also ensure human-centered development so that justice services can become more accessible and effective for citizens. Finally, the development of today's judiciary demands progress not only through national efforts, but also through mutual learning and international cooperation. ICA's initiatives have created a vital platform for global judicial cooperation enabling courts to share knowledge, learn collectively, and promote best practices. This partnership is significantly contributing to the effectiveness of the Mongolian judiciary. Together, we are shaping the judiciary of tomorrow, one that is more transparent, efficient, and accessible for every citizen. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dubai.